What's up, guys, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we are in for a treat. This is one of the best dogfighting jets of all time. Welcome to the cockpit of the F-16 fighting Falcon, dude. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. This was truly an iconic modern day jet, still in service today, and we get to fly it. This is our parking brake right here. Let's go ahead and hop outside of the jet, and here we go. Okay, that was probably a little aggressive on the gas, the throttle there, Trev. Let's just, you know, not full afterburner or anything. We're just gonna cruise our way down the runway here. I love this cockpit. I love how open it is. Look at this. You can see everything. This giant bubble, it kind of looks a little bit awkward, but for visibility's sake, it's pretty good. All right, we're gonna go full throttle. We're gonna take off here at the end of the runway. We are taking off from Norway today. Gonna be flying around the fjords. It's gonna be great. Back outside the jet, we can put our landing gear up here. And we are officially airborne. Why not go for a vertical climb, baby? That's what this thing was pretty much made to do. So, the F-16 was first developed in 1973, and it's still being made today. By the way, we are straight vertical right now. This is outrageous. Let's say we go ahead and level out here so we can talk about our history. Oh, we're getting a little crazy, and that's actually part of what this thing was made to do. We're gonna get into that in a second. Here we go, able to level back out. But yeah, so it was first developed by General Dynamics. They started making it in the 70s. They made it for about 20 years, and they eventually sold their aviation production arm to Lockheed Martin, who as of like the mid-90s till the present is still making them. Let's cut the power. We're gonna drop down. It's a little bit more fun when we're down closer to the ground. Look at the jet wash there. That is sick. This would be so scary. All right, a little bit more power. We're gonna have to even this thing out. And let's go cruise around Norway. Wow. This is incredible. We have something really special today. I downloaded the Norway World Update, and it's got a ton of points of interest. We're gonna start heading that way. Of course, we're flying faster than the speed of sound, so it's nice and silent up here. So this jet was mainly produced for the US Air Force, but it's been sold to 25 other nations as well. It's one of the most popular, prominent jets of all time. Now, technically, the F-16 is no longer being purchased by the US, but it is still in service. It's planned for it to be replaced by the F-35 Lightning II, which is, you know, our newest, most exciting jet, but those plans have just kind of been continuously pushed back. I think they recently announced that the F-16 is going to be used for the next 20 years or so alongside the F-16 before it's fully replaced. So she's definitely older. She's 50 years old. It's crazy to think that this technology is 50 years old, but she's definitely not out of commission yet. Now, this thing was designed with one thing in mind, and that was agility. It was meant to be the most agile jet yet and be superior in air-to-air combat. It was smaller than ever before, more lightweight than ever before. It was fully designed to hold on to as much momentum as possible, even if you were taking tight turns and stuff, to still be able to carry that speed and be able to win those dogfights. The Vietnam War had shown the US how important it was to have that air superiority. Ooh, we're getting a little bit of lag in here. It's just very, very dense. Sorry about that, but yeah, it showed him how important it was to be able to maneuver and win these dogfights and things like that. And honestly, that kind of ties back into our F4 Phantom episode. If you guys remember that, the Phantom wasn't maneuverable. It was a big, slower thing in the sky. It had a lot of power, it had a lot of speed, but it didn't have the maneuverability to get behind enemy jets and things like that. So that's kind of where the F-16 came from. That's why the F-16 is the way it is. I mean, look at this thing. You can do whatever you want with it. This was the first purpose-built aircraft to withstand over 9 Gs of force and go over Mach 2. Oh my goodness. And you could see how it kind of loses control a little bit there. That was also on purpose. It has a negative static stability, I guess is what it's called. This thing was intentionally designed to be aerodynamically unstable. And what that means is like most planes have a positive static stability. When you let go of the controls, they're meant to return to the straight and narrow. If the pilot, you know, passes out or whatever else, they're going to kind of right themselves and they're going to be able to fly themselves for an extended period of time. It just kind of levels out and goes straight for a while, obviously slowly losing altitude. This thing does not, and we've seen that from the intro, from that segment back there. Like, if you're not putting inputs in, she gets a little bit squirrely. She's not stable. She's not meant to be. You need to know how to touch her in the right places and make her feel the right way, otherwise she's going to go falling out of the sky. At first thought, it kind of seems counterintuitive to make a plane that won't level itself. It seems like a safety thing everything should have, right? Well, at the end of the day, that's just drag. If the plane is constantly trying to level itself and flatten back out, if you're trying to make it do this, it's fighting against you. So that's why they did it. They wanted to make it so that it was, you know, a little bit less stable, but that way it could maneuver a little bit quicker, keep its speed better, and make sharper turns and angles and banks and whatever. When you're in a dogfight, it's not constantly having to overcome that stability, or trim drag is really what it's called. So really fascinating there. It was one of the first jets to purposefully do that. By the way, this location is absolutely incredible, is it not? Oh, we're getting very close there, Trev. I can't wait. Chelsea and I are actually going to Norway very, very soon. Might even be there when you guys are watching this video. It's going to be an insane trip. You guys will see it on the vlog channel. If you aren't subbed to Trev and Chelsea, easy plug, go check it out. But yeah, I can't wait to see all of this with my own eyes. This is bringing me back to the Top Gun days, baby. Oh my gosh. I just love flying these quick, agile jets. Another popular feature was this bubble canopy here. We're speeding up. We should break the sound barrier here in a second. Just wait for it. Come on. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. I wanted it to be silent up here. So you can see, we talked about this earlier. I never even noticed this, like thinking back to photos and videos of the F-16. I knew it had a canopy, but I didn't realize how kind of awkward it is. Like it's not like a part of the fuselage that goes up and goes like this. It really truly bubbles like this. And the point is so that the pilot can see down over the edge here. I want to make sure we're not going to crash into anything. It actually kind of seems like we might be heading down. But yeah, as a pilot, you could kind of see over the nose. If you lean over, you can kind of see down over the side of the aircraft. This had the best visibility of any fighter jet of its time. Look at how sick this view is. You can see the little turbine or whatever you want to call that in there spin. It looks, to be honest, it looks kind of dumb. Like, I always thought the F-16 looked cool, but when I see the bubble canopy like that, it looks like a really happy, derpy plane. And I kind of like it even more now. Another innovation of this cockpit was the seat here. It had a steeper recline than in previous jets, up to 30 degrees, whereas most jets are at this point in like the 13 to 15 degree range. And that extra recline actually reduced the pressure on the pilot from the G-forces that he was experiencing, as well as allowed for slightly taller pilots to fit in this cockpit. By the way, we are getting into the really cool area that I was telling you guys about. This section of Norway just had a ton of points of interest on it, and I can see why, dude. Look at this. I mean, come on. Look at this. Where? I don't think this is the part of Norway I'm going to be going to. I'm going to stay more towards the southern side of Norway, but maybe we need to think about going here one day, too. This looks absolutely incredible. We need a little more power. Let's get up and over. Oh, my goodness, dude. This is the ultimate fighter jet playground, if I've ever seen one. Just look at this thing cutting through these mountains. This is absolutely incredible. Now, as it turns out, fighter pilots don't really love the extra recline. It turned out that they ended up getting like headaches and a bunch of neck pain and stuff like that. It was hard to properly use the headrest when you were leaned back so far. So it ended up being a lot of extra strain on their bodies. And now fighter jets are typically around that 20 degree mark. So missed the mark there, but the idea was true. But yeah, that's pretty much the F-16. You know, everything from the reduced stability so it's more agile, the fact that the throttle was over here on the side rather than in the middle, the extra recline on the seat, the really dumb looking bubble canopy. Everything was meant to make this one of the best dogfighting jets in the world, and it still is today, even 50 years later. I just can't get over this, man. This is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. This is incredible. Leknes. We might try to land at Leknes here. We're gonna do a little go around. We're gonna see if we can get this thing slowed down enough. I'm not sure how to apply reverse thrust and stuff, but we're just gonna do our best. Now, one last little fun fact about this thing, and I'm not sure that I really see it. How hard of a bank can we do here? Do we see Leknes again? We're gonna have to really slow down. I'm gonna try putting our landing gear down, and we're gonna see if we can get this done. I feel like we're coming in really hot. Oh, we might not be landing this time around. Okay, I'm gonna do a go around. I think we're gonna run out of space. We're gonna try this again. Hang in there, we're good. Let me put the landing gear back up. I just love watching all the mechanics and stuff work. We're gonna need a bigger run up. We weren't really prepared. Anyway, the fun fact is that the official nickname for this jet is the Fighting Falcon, the F-16 Fighting Falcon, but that's not the nickname that a lot of the pilots and the crew that worked on them used. They called it the Viper. Part of this nickname was from Star Trek at the time. I guess one of the ships on the show that was airing while the F-16 was in its heyday was called the Viper, and I guess they kind of looked alike, which I don't necessarily see. But then also they say that the front of it looks like a viper snake. And I mean, I guess the pointed nose, I don't really see it. I kind of like Fighting Falcon a little bit better, but maybe that's just because that's what I'm used to. We kind of came in at a bad angle again. I'm not very good at remembering which direction this runway is set up, but we're gonna try to make it work here. I'm gonna try to land inside too. We'll see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo! Speed brake is out. Are we going to be able to stop in time? Who knows? That's a question for, I was going to say another episode, but I think we did it. Beautiful. We're going to have to slowly be careful, Trev. All right. Little overdone there. It's not easily to slowly move this thing, but we're going to be able to turn around and taxi back to our parking spot. So hope you guys enjoyed. That, my friends, is the F-16, an absolute icon. You know what? I'm not going to go park this thing. We're going to take off one more time. I'm going to see you guys at our next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what we should fly next. I am absolutely loving this series. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.